Welcome to the Color of Influence podcast, where you will hear conversations from influential people of color from around the world, from social media, and right here in your communities. These behind the scenes conversations will motivate you, inspire you, and encourage you. I am your host, Aisha Morgan, and let's meet today's guest. November is Family Caretaker Month. I want all of you to go out and buy something, write something, in some way, shape, or form. Show your appreciation for the caregivers that are in your life, whether they are taking care of you or someone else in your family, because it takes just as much a toll on them as it does the people that they are caring for. And they need a break, and they need to know that they are appreciated and loved as well. So go out there and show your appreciation for all the caregivers in your life. All right, so welcome back to the podcast, everyone. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and last year I did an episode where I thanked my guest for being a part of the podcast, as well as my audience for taking the time out to watch and listen. Um, and I'm going to do that again. So I am extremely thankful for all of my guests, not just this year, but last year's guests as well. I appreciate you all taking the time out of your afternoons, mornings, nights, to sit and share your story with me. And I appreciate you all sharing the podcast with your audiences, and just helping me to become a better podcaster. So thank you all. I would also like to say thank you to my audience, to everyone who watches and listens to the podcast. You are much appreciated. Um, Obviously, if I had 0 views and 0 listens, the podcast wouldn't have these amazing guests willing to join me. So without all of you, I wouldn't have these great guests. So thank you all for tuning in every week to check us out on YouTube and then on all streaming platforms. So now I want to take the time to recognize some of the people who have helped me through this very tough year. November is Family Caretaker Month. And if you guys know, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in January, started chemo in April. I had a bilateral mastectomy in September with expanders put in. And then last week, they put in my implants. So I've had lots of procedures done and treatments and appointments where, I needed help with Kingsley and, just support, mental support, physical support, emotional support from people. And, at the top of that list is Jamel. He has been amazing. I think that this has been just as tough for him as it is for me. We are definitely in this together, and he's been very supportive. We went through some growing pains of, both of us dealing with this very tragic news, and just navigating that. Like, what does that mean? Like, how do we even have these discussions about something that you just can't fathom talking about and dealing with? And him watching me become a different person for 6 months, me becoming a different person for 6 months in 6 months. So I just want to say thank you, Jamil. Um, your support has been everything. I'm so blessed to have you as my partner. Um, he's stepped up and has been such a great dad, as always. But, really taken the lead on the parenting, because there were just days that I just could not do it. And, doing all that and working and, still trying to have some semblance of normalcy. Um, he's been the cook in the house and cleaning and doing all of those things. So I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Um, and then my mom and my sister had Kingsley when I had surgery in September. So I want to say thank you to both of them. They have no idea just how much that meant to me. Um, that was the first time that Kingsley was ever away from us that long. And to just see her every day, just so happy with them, bonding and building relationships with my mom, my sister, and my nephew, um, just filled my heart every day. It was just so cool to see. And, I love that she had so much fun with them and, didn't miss a beat. I mean, obviously, when we saw each other again after about a month, she was happy to see me, but, she was well taken care of, with my mom and my sister. My mom also came here for my last two treatments, and that was just such a huge help because they took me out. Not like took me out that way, but they were really tough on me. Um, I was just very exhausted, nauseous, and exhausted. And my mom came and, she helped me with Kingsley again. But just being here was huge. Um, when I was getting my tests done before it was confirmed that I had cancer, my mom and my two cousins came and again, they didn't necessarily have to care for me, but Wanda and Nori came with my mom, and just their presence was a big deal. Um, to just have time to spend with them and hang out and talk and have fun and eat and was great. Um, so I thank them very much for taking the time to just come and hang out with me. Um, I also, when I just recently had surgery, my cousin Brandy came and, again, being a caregiver isn't always, changing clothes and bathing someone. She was just there, emotional support, mental support, just someone to talk to about whatever and getting me out of the house, um, to kind of take my mind off of things, help me when I needed it if I couldn't do something, clean my house. That was amazing. When Nori and Wanda were here, they cleaned my house as well. Brandy cleaned my house, so just little things like that have been great, in the flesh, physically people here. Um, and then my friend Diana and Jasmine uh, came to my treatments along with my friend Crystal, came to one of my treatments, and having someone there makes the time go by so much faster. And I just appreciate them more than they ever would know, just for being there. The same thing with, um, after my surgeries, just calling and having the two of them check on me um, was just great. I mean, I really can't put into words how much I appreciate the two of them. They did a lot without doing anything, and their presence meant a lot to me. Um, you know, when they were able to come and sit with me during my treatments. And for all of my friends who called and checked up on me, Norma and Courtney and Chiquita, Alicia, Renee, um, Delcita, Cherie, Shima, Regis. I appreciate all of you. Carmen and Trish and Tish and Holly, um, and Tracy and Sean Deep. It is very much appreciated when people just randomly send you text messages, just to say that they're thinking of you. Tawanda does that all the time. She just sends me little text messages. Um, it's just, I love it. Like I don't know how people go through this alone. And my heart goes out to them because I have so many people to support me, um, that, no one wants to be a part of this group of breast cancer um, survivors. No one wants to have breast cancer or any other kind of cancer for that matter. But, having people check in on you is priceless. Really, it's priceless. Um, my family, all of my cousins, um, Takia sent me a care package, sent me a couple of things. But after I rung my bell, she sent me this amazing breast cancer blanket. She sent me some headscarves that you guys have seen me wearing um, on the podcast. Actually, I've worn them a lot and I wear them to work a lot. Um, and my friend Anthony sent me the cup that y'all, I feel like it's famous right now if you go on my Cancer Fighting Mama page, where I'm like in my car and I use that cup every morning, but I did a couple of posts with that cup. And, just little things like that are invaluable. And I know that a lot of people don't know what to do in these situations. Um, and sometimes there's just nothing that you need per se. Like my cousin Daishell, she will text me, when I was doing my treatments and my surgery, she would ask me if I needed stuff from the store because she doesn't live that far from me. And, I didn't necessarily need anything, but the fact that she was calling and texting to see if I did meant a lot to me. Um, so, my aunts, my grandma, my uncles, everyone who checked on me, my Uncle Sonny and my Uncle Paul and my Aunt Pat, who all are cancer survivors, and then Jamie and Angelica, who, were great sources of medical advice for me and just comfort. Um, you know, I started to post my journey on YouTube. It is on this YouTube page under the playlist breast cancer. No, a black woman's breast cancer journey. I think that's what it is. Um, but I posted my journey with chemo. and finding out about my breast cancer. And um, y'all should check it out. It's not associated with the podcast. It is under the same page on YouTube, but um, this Friday I will release my last chemo treatment um vlog. And then next Monday, I'm not gonna make promises, y'all, because I just post those videos when I have time to edit them. But Friday, definitely you will get the last vlog from my chemo. And then you will get my surgery prep video and what comes after it. Um, I am in a place right now where I don't know. I like literally, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Um, I am considered a breast cancer survivor at this point because my cancer is gone. But I am learning that the anxiety doesn't go away because it could come back somewhere else. No, I don't have breast tissue, but I have other body parts that can be affected with cancer. So, um, I know that I want to be an advocate in some way, shape, or form for breast cancer. Um, Sharing my journey is a part of it because, it wasn't that easy for me to find groups at the time. I didn't know where to start. And so, if someone can go on YouTube or Google, Black woman breast cancer journey, and my videos come up and help them, that is all that I care about. Um, I found the breast cancer baddies, and that Facebook group has been amazing. Also, under For the Breast of Us has been great. Um, my friend Pam, that I ran track with at U of H, connected me with someone locally. And just little things like that have been amazing because you don't know what people are going through. You don't know who knows who. And, I've had a lot of people that I've crossed paths with who I am Facebook friends with mostly send me DMs about their breast cancer journey. And people just sending me prayers, you know. I've made some shorts about some of my breast cancer thoughts and battles. So I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily want to say that I'm bringing light to my breast cancer journey, but more of awareness. Because just because someone tells you you're a survivor doesn't mean that you're out of the water. And I get infusions every 21 days still until April. So I'm technically still going through treatments. And like I said, I just had my implants put in. Um, so, this is an ongoing thing for me, but the support of my family and my friends has been great. And, ooh, not expecting to cry. I just appreciate everybody so much. Emotionally, mentally, this is hard. So I know a lot of you don't really know what to do. You've asked me what you can do, and I usually say I don't know because I really don't. But what you did by just asking me was a lot. Um, through posting my videos on social media, there are a lot of people that message me and tell me that I'm lucky that I have people in my life to support me and to help me and to be there for me because they don't. For one reason or another. I mean, there was, an older woman who, all of her siblings are gone and she doesn't really have anyone. And then you just have some people who don't have large families or don't have close families, and they're dealing with this diagnosis and treatment on their own. And I know that without the prayers and the support of my family and friends, there's no way I would be able to get through this. And so with that, I say to everyone, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for the people who don't know me, who've messaged me and given me words of encouragement. Thank you to people who I follow on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube who follow me back, who have sent me encouraging words, prayers. Thank you. Of course, thank you to my family and my friends. Again, without them, I would not have gotten through this. Like, I emphasize that because this is not something that that you should even want to do on your own, to be honest. I know there are people who are forced to do it on their own, but again, thankfully I was lucky enough to not have to do that. So again, this was my pre-Thanksgiving episode. I'm not even going to say happy Thanksgiving. Ugh. So, thank you. That pretty much sums up today's episode. I really just wanted to take the time to say thank you to as many people as I could remember. Because, yeah, I mean, this journey that I am on, because it will continue for the rest of my life, uh, couldn't have been completed the way they without my support system. And so I thank all of them. And I thank all of you. And I hope that you take the time tomorrow to show your gratitude to those you are thankful for and let them know they are appreciated. Peace out, y'all. And that's a wrap on another amazing episode. I know that you were just as inspired as I was after listening to that conversation. And to let us know how we're doing, don't forget to leave us a review, like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. You can also follow us on all social media platforms, from YouTube to Facebook, at The Color of Influence, and on Instagram, the_color_of_influence. You can check out all of our episodes and additional content on our website, thecolorofinfluence.com, and that's an N only for influence. And don't forget to share the podcast with someone you know, and have them share the podcast with someone they know. Thank you all for listening. Until next time, peace out.